What's up? It's your boy Case Sedaris in the building with another video. In case you didn't know, you see I'm looking down right now. That's because I got my iPad with me this time. It's my first video using the iPad and all that, but we about to get deep. You see the title, Jesus Rose Sunday, not Monday. I know this may seem obvious to some people, but some people, including myself at one point, thought, hey, Jesus didn't rise on Sunday. He rose on Monday because it says 3 days and 3 nights.
No.
If he was dead on Friday, then Sunday wouldn't be 3 days and 3 nights. But this is what the Holy Spirit revealed to me today. It doesn't mean that literally.
What?
It's a Hebrew idiom. And this is what I love about the Bible. The Bible is so deep that you can't just read stuff black and white. You got to have understanding, revelation, receive knowledge from the Holy Spirit. I believe I received knowledge from the Holy Spirit. I did my own due diligence. I did my research before I made this video, before I posted on my social media. We about to get into it. So I'm going to go down a couple of Bible verses. I'm going to actually read the whole Bible verse for this video. I already mentioned how, the 3 days and 3 nights doesn't mean a full 72 hours. So we about to get right into it. I'm going to start off with Matthew. I'm going to start off here on the board first. Matthew 28. 1 through 6. Now, after the Sabbath, toward dawn of the first day of the week. Now, I know that don't say the whole verse, but this is why I didn't write down the whole verse. So when it says, now after the Sabbath, I used to think that the Sabbath was on Sunday, like a lot of people. The Sabbath is actually on Saturday. Reason being is because we know that God, the creator of heaven and earth, rested on Saturday, rested on the seventh day. The seventh day is Saturday. Sunday is the first day of the week. So I don't have the verse right here, but there's a verse that, actually it is right here. Now after the Sabbath, so if we know that Saturday is the Sabbath, we know that after the Sabbath, toward the dawn of the first day of the week, and this verse goes on to say, that's where, they found Jesus. So if it was after Saturday, the day after Saturday is Sunday, so that's the first point of how Jesus, rose on Sunday. They went to the tomb on Sunday. He wasn't there. So if it was after the Sabbath, so the day after the Sabbath was, Sunday. So you may still be reading this and be like, okay, well, it says now after the Sabbath. That doesn't actually mean, that can still mean Monday. We're going to get into it, but even though I feel like you shouldn't think that the Holy Spirit will speak to both of us. But what I'm saying is, it says now after the Sabbath, toward the dawn of the first day of the week. I mean, it's right there. The first day of the week is Sunday. All right, so we about to get into the Bible verses. I'm going to go to Jonah 1:17 last, but I'm going to start with 1 Samuel chapter 30, verse 12 and 13. Let me type in my password real fast. All right, so we right here with it. Let me put on my reading voice right now. All right, 1 Samuel 30, 12 and 13. Verse 12 says, and they gave him a piece of cake of figs. I don't know what a cake of figs is, but in 2 clusters of raisins. That don't sound like a lot. And when he had eaten, his spirit came again to him, for he had eaten no bread nor drunk any water 3 days and 3 nights. Notice how he uses the language 3 days and 3 nights in this verse. From verse 13, and David said unto him, to whom belongest thou, and whence art thou? And he said, I am a young man of Egypt, servant to an Amalekite, and my master left me 3 days ago. 3 days ago. 3 days ago, because I felt sick. So I said 3 days ago, just in case you didn't catch that. In verse 12, it says 3 days and 3 nights. That's the same language that, used for Jonah, for Jesus, and, when we get to Esther, it didn't say 3 days and 3 nights, but it said, three days. Then it said it could be a night or a day. So we use the same language, is what I'm saying, when it talks about 3 days and 3 nights in 1 Samuel. So notice how in verse 13, he was like, my master left me 3 days ago. So if it was a full 72 hours, meaning 3 days and 3 nights. So picture it like this, if from those people that's more, visual learners like myself. So say it's Monday. Say Monday is a day, the person that's supposed to give you food, didn't give you food. So Monday goes by, Tuesday goes by, Wednesday goes by. Now it's Thursday. So somebody come up to you and they like, hey, yo, when was the last time you ate? You're going to be like, I ate 4 days ago. Why? because you're now on the fourth day. So going back to verse 13, when he says, and my master left me 3 days ago because I felt sick. Now what did me and you just say? Okay, Monday I didn't eat, Tuesday I didn't eat, Wednesday I didn't eat, now it's Thursday. This person come up to me Thursday, hey, when's the last time you ate? I ate 4 days ago. Why? Because now you're on the fourth day. So going to this guy, somebody came up to him, he was like, yo, when was the last time you ate? Oh, I ate 3 days ago.
What?
So that right there is showing, okay, this wasn't a full 3 days and 3 nights. Because if it was, he would have been like, oh, I ate 4 days ago. Because that would have showed that it was a full, 4 days. So now going to, we going to go to Esther. Because I know, for me, that was a really good point. But, Esther, this verse in Esther was less debatable. I feel like somebody could still, see my explanation, read that, and still, kind of be on the fence. But the good thing about the Bible is it gives you confirmation. It's not just going to be one verse, it's going to be multiple. So we're going to go into Esther. So we're going to go to Esther 4:16. All right, so go gather together all the Jews that are present in Shushan, and fast ye for me, and neither eat or drink 3 days, night or day. Notice the language again. Neither eat or drink 3 days, night or day. I also and my maidens will fast likewise, and so will I unto the king, which is not according to the law, and if I perish, I perish. So notice again it says, nor drink 3 days, night or day. Similar language to the 3 days and 3 nights. Okay, so we go to Esther 5:1. It says, now it came to pass on the third day, that Esther put on her royal apparel and stood in the inner court of the king's house. So, if she's saying that they're not going to eat nor drink for 3 days, night or day, but on the third day, she's going to the king. That right there shows you that it's not a full 3 days, because if they're supposed to fast and not eat or drink for 3 days, night or day, but she's going to the king on the third day, that means on the third day, a full 3 days in the past. So that right there goes to show you when it says 3 days and 3 nights, it's not talking about a full 72 hours. So we could correlate that to Jesus Christ when he died on Friday and then rose on Sunday. That correlates with Esther, with it not being a full 72 hours. So we go to Esther, and even if, 1 Samuel, made sense to you, when it talks about we made the example about, okay, I didn't eat Monday, I didn't eat Tuesday, I didn't eat Wednesday. Somebody come up to me, hey, yo, when was the last time you ate? 4 days ago. But the verse said 3 days ago. So if it's 3 days ago, it wasn't a full, 72 hours. If you go to Esther, not a full 72 hours. So when we correlate all these to Jonah, I don't think I wrote that verse down for Jonah, but what it basically says is that the Son of Man, sorry, I lose my voice. They said the Son of Man, talk about Jesus Christ, shall be in the heart of the earth as it's like the same as Jonah was 3 days and 3 nights. So nowhere in the Bible does it, give us an exact answer of how, if Jonah was in there for a full 72 hours. But what I know is it doesn't say that he was in the fish for a full 72 days or full 72 hours. It just uses the language, which I'm saying is a Hebrew idiom of 3 days and 3 nights. So when we correlate that to the book of Esther, when it says, I'm going to say what it says verbatim.